Okay, so we are on to our final fight with the Spine. Our first talent that we got was Retrofitter, and we've built our deck mostly around that. In that we are trying to keep the scrap deck slim so we can keep playing the same cheap upgraded cards over and over. We've taken Junk Aficionado a couple times so that the junk cards are cheap and we don't have to spend energy on them. We took Craftsman because Retrofitter works very well with it. Let's see here. And we've taken Strong Arms here because we have a couple of Hidden Flurries in our deck. This is our scrap deck right here. We've taken Hidden Flurry because we have Hidden Flurries, which are Sinister based, and we have several Shivs and Insidious Strikes. So we use these, we keep chaining our Sinister up. We then use those to make 4 basic attacks with Hidden Flurry, and hopefully pull these back out and kind of keep looping. One of the latecomers that I got was Charge Slice. Because of how Ransack works, you generally are going to have 8 energy after each Ransack, and you can immediately play this for a ton of damage. What we've done with our memorized cards the first card that we ended up memorizing was Treasure for Trash. The reason we did that is because we have some rummages that we picked up and took advantage of Retrofitter with. Basically, the idea here is that you use rummage on the first turn. You fill your entire hand up, and you just play all of the cheap cost cards that you can. So here you'll see that I'm going to be able to take advantage of the Hidden Flurry setup I mentioned. Unfortunately, Spine has a lot of armor, and I didn't really think that through when I took these Hidden Flurries. So I'm really not going to actually be pulling much scavenge off of these. But the idea was working throughout the rest of the run earlier. So I will still play it just to show what it would do. It's a lot of damage. I could have, in theory, pulled a bunch of cards off of that, but I didn't. What we'll do here is we'll use Rushed Forgery so that we can ransack and fill our hand back up. For some reason, our hand did not fill up properly there, which is very, very unfortunate. Typically, what has been happening is that I end up drawing another rummage, and we are able to keep chaining the turn. It is what it is. I need to make sure I don't do a lot of damage this turn, or at least this first hit, because Dark Reflections will hurt me a lot. Thankfully, we have grapplers. There's our rummage. We needed that. We're going to play this on one of these to get it out of our hand, because I want to have more space for rummage. We'll play our Shivs to rack up our Sinister, because we do have Insidious Strikes in our scrap deck, and that's going to probably be our damage scaling for this combat. It'll be slow, but it will work. Ooh, what did I just get turned into? A Sin. Oh, it was my conjured Impervious Potion. That worked out great. Alright. We don't want to play this quite yet. Honestly, let's see what we want to do here. I think it's probably just time to... Let's turn you into 3 bombs. And let's ransack and just get a bunch of our Shivs and Insidious Strikes back up and just keep scaling that way. Yep, here's our Charge Slice. Shiv, Shiv, Insidious Strike, Insidious Strike. He has pretty low armor, so we can actually use our Hidden Flurries to pull a bunch of cards back into our hand. I don't want to play this yet, because I kind of want to keep taking advantage of the Hidden Flurry. Play our Shiv, we'll play our Insidious Strike. I'll actually get this out of the way now. We'll play Insidious Strike. We are going to use the rations here to fill our hand a little bit more. Throw a Deep Wound on him for fun, even though he'll purge it this turn. I don't really want this to go back into my scrap deck right now. These were what I took early on, so that I would get more healing off of Junk Weapon. And I thought I might be going for a bomb build at the time. It didn't pan out. I have used them to detonate bombs early on in the run, so they weren't something I regret. But... Alright. Again, use our Shivs in combination with Hidden Weapon and Insidious Strike, though I don't think I'm going to be able to get the damage to a point where I can use the Hidden Weapon. Actually, no. There we go. Use that to get a whole bunch of Conjures, or a whole bunch of Scrap Pools. Alright, use our Shivs. Charge Slice, Insidious. We've actually ended up in another situation where we can play the Hidden Flurries. We're kind of low on energy, so I'm going to hold off, play that, and then immediately play the other one. He's only got 8 armor, so we can play these again to keep drawing. And we're kind of just continuously cycling with these Insidious Strikes. So we'll use the Shivs, pull these back out so we get our energy back. We can Hidden Flurry again and kind of keep doing a similar loop. Unfortunately, that one didn't pan out as well as I would have liked it to. But maybe we'll pull out the Shivs, and there we go. That's what we want to see. Now we're in a predicament because we're going to run out of energy. We'll play this Charged Slice. Then we will play Shiv. We've gotten down to low energy again. We can... There we go. It's kind of tricky trying to get this to keep looping. I think the loop is about to finally end. Yeah. It was a good loop, though. Fill our hand back up. And we will play a Scrap Ransack and fill our whole hand up again. And hopefully we can do that whole thing with the Shivs and Hidden Flurries again. Play this first. Let's see. Play this. I can now play, I think... I think 2 Shivs will at least get us kind of close. Yeah, we can still get a couple of scavengers off of that. Let's play 2 Shivs again. Keep looping that Hidden Flurry. Yeah, the ideal scenario is that I get Hidden Flurry and 2 Shivs, because I'll get the energy back and I can activate the Hidden Flurry again. But it looks like all good things come to an end. And I just kind of have to go and finally end my turn. It was a long turn, but we played these same cards over and over numerous times. If I get lucky here, I draw a Rummage. But you can only be so lucky. This is the first time I've actually gotten to see this show up, this run. I've actually mostly been turning the Sunken Forge into 3 bombs with set to charge, and then ransacking. I actually bought these Life Drinker Venoms with the purpose of using Hidden Pouch on them, so that I would have some form of mid-combat healing. So I should actually take advantage of the reason I took those. Hopefully we draw a Rummage, Sadly, we don't, but we did get a lot of damage out this turn, so I can't really complain. Ooh, I'm taking a lot of damage. This is going to be a lot closer than I was expecting. Yikes. Here we're going to make a copy of the Rushed Forgery. What I need to do is copy this, and hopefully I will be able to get my hands on a rummage somewhere in here. Man. Are they in my discard pile? Ah, that explains a lot of my issues. Ooh, I should have timed that better. I could have stunned him. I may die this turn, actually. We'll see. Can the spine be stunned? It can. That's going to be very helpful. Okay, we're getting very lucky with these Hidden Flurries. I think it's time to use the carpet again. There we go. Play one more. Play our last one. We'll use our shivs to generate energy, which we can then use. I shouldn't play. Let's see. We're actually going to play our Lightfinger Venom, Insidious Strike. We are then going to play another Insidious Strike. We've got these racked up to a bunch. I will draw more cards with them. We'll now play a Shiv. I actually probably should have played another Hidden Flurry. I couldn't have though. Got another Shiv in our hands. I don't think it's worth playing the Hidden Flurry again at this point. What we will do is we will play Insidious Strike. We will play the Charge Slice. We are now going to play a Ransack using the Mechanical Arm because we were trying to get our Insidious Strikes again. And with that, we should be able to end the fight. Ooh. Very close, but here we go. And that's the run.